making moves on my own big song.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys ready to enjoy this one. So let's get it started. Today, just a few things that are on my mind. I'm gonna try to ball it up all in one quick video, and hopefully you guys take something away from it. But the first thing I want to talk about, guys, is your health. I'm not in particular talking to the older people that watch this channel. I'm talking, people in my bracket, in your 30s and your 20s and even in your teens. Make sure you guys are staying on top of your health. Just go to your local doctor, family doctor, or clinic that's in your town, and just go ahead and just now is the time, if you haven't stepped foot into a doctor's office this year or within the last year or two, to be quite frank, just go ahead and get some health work taken care of, man. Get your blood work taken care of. If your family has a history of certain illnesses or cancer or anything that may be hereditary, let's just get on top of that now. I'm at the age where I should have been doing just a little bit better at staying on top of health, and I found myself wearing that Superman cape. I'm not worried about anything happening or whatever the case may be. But guys, just stay on top of your health, especially those of us who are always in a atmosphere that is, not so pleasant. I can frankly say for us out here who mow lawns daily, with this heat that's been going on out there, all it takes is one wrong heat emergency, heat stroke, heat exhaustion, and that could be pretty much it. That could end everything for you, because some of those effects are irreversible if you don't catch certain things at the right time. So guys, particularly the younger guys and girls, watching this channel, everybody, let's just do this service to ourselves and make sure we stand on top of our health. If you're starting to feel something different about yourself or noticing some changes on yourself, just go ahead now and try to find some type of provider that can get you some answers and keep you healthy. So hopefully that gives somebody a point of view of just take care of the one self that you have. That's only you. You only have one body to take care of, and now is the time, if you haven't, to do a better job at it. The second thing I want to talk about is I've recently been paying attention to the majority of my comments on and off throughout my videos, and a lot of the comments are, when it comes to my volume or, the sounds from the background when I'm doing the voiceovers. I just want to make it clear that I'm using iMovies as my editing app. They don't give you the greatest when it comes to editing and doing the pop-ups and effects that come up on screens that you see in other channels. I have looked at several different apps that give you better editing options and ways to make your videos pop and shine, but some of those apps you definitely going to have to pay for that service. And I quite frankly right now I need to do better, but I don't shoot enough content right now, nor am I being monetized right now to even do much editing to pay for a monthly subscription that I may use just once a month when it comes to doing videos and stuff like that just for YouTube. I've been stuck right at 296 to 97 subscribers for a while now. It's kind of hard, seeming like you can even get your page to blow up nowadays. Everybody's attention span is different. Everybody's content preference is different, so I get it. But please just continue to work with me as I'm still trying to figure out these editing apps. The ones that I use, well, the one that I use again is iMovie, and it does great. Don't get me wrong; it's pretty basic, and it does great for all the videos that you guys seen me post so far. There was another video, my previous video, that I was using another app for, and that app wanted to charge me just to upload and save that video, so I ended up having to just revert back to iMovie to get it edited. So guys and girls, please just bear with me as I'm still figuring out these apps, still figuring out how to edit things, trying to make sure these videos are entertaining for everyone who shows the channel love, and I greatly appreciate the time and patience you guys give to the channel. So I'll get back with you guys shortly. Guys, the next thing I want to talk about is being mindful of, with so much going on in the world today with people breaking and entering into vehicles, and we having our equipment pretty much in the open. We don't have, the specific type of, racks and chains or etc., to just try to keep your stuff secure in your vehicle. My suggestion would be, and it's something that I try to do, and when you go to properties, is to find a good spot at that property that is closest to a security camera. Granted, if something gets stolen from your vehicle or the back of your truck or whatever, even in front of a security camera, people are going to steal regardless. I mean, they go in stores and shoplift knowing that there are thousands of cameras around that store, to the point to where they can blow your face up all the way up on the TV screen. So people are gonna, break rules regardless, to rather their cameras visible or not. But the reason I say that is just so happen that the stars and the moon align and someone takes a piece of your equipment while you're at a property and it's on that person's camera, and you go and do a report with the police department, you at least have a description of, rather if they drove up in a vehicle and took it from your vehicle, the back of your vehicle, or rather if they just randomly walked up and took it. The majority of the people who will take your equipment would actually probably be neighbors of people who you're servicing their property, because you have a routine. You don't never switch up your routine. It's like you park in the same spot when you arrive, you unload the same way. They kind of time it out, how long it takes you in the front yard, how long it takes you in the backyard, type of deal. So people are paying attention to things, and all it takes is that one, unfortunate time that you're not paying attention, because, we all get, tunnel vision, and that can be a piece of equipment, rather a $5 pair of tree prunes to $300-400 backpack blower, or even if they're brave enough, your whole entire setup, if they got enough help to unhook your trailer and put it on the back of that vehicle and take off while you're, in a backyard of a property that's fenced in, for example. So guys, just try and use that as a tip. Like I say, it may not guarantee you any profit from getting your stuff back, but park as close as you can at properties with security cameras that you service, just in case that unfortunate event of someone coming to steal from you unfolds. The next thing I want to talk about, which is, this season seems like to me, and I'm just speaking personally for me, profit seems like it's kind of down. And I say that because, minus the people that you didn't pick back up from the previous season, even right now, even being at my limit of where I want to be at, there's so many things, so many variables that happen left and right that eats into your profit. Repairs to equipment, repairs to vehicles, even down to your common household repairs. And that's not including, necessities that you need nowadays, far as, just making it day to day. So I'm saying all of this to say that the season is getting ready to wrap up, and you just want to make sure that your profits and what you have saved up will get you through the winter time if you don't do nothing but, strictly mow and not do many landscape jobs. And anything else that may bring you profit through the winter months. So just be mindful of that. I'm just speaking personally for myself. If you drop your comment below, maybe you're feeling the same thing. With this year just seems so different. There's money out there, absolutely, and there's also self-discipline on the jobs that you accept and go out and do. But anyway, just let me know your comments below about your profits, whether they're up, down, or about the same. The next thing that I was thinking about is this heat. Guys and girls, this heat is no joke. I went out on yesterday, which was the 7th, and when I was on my 4th yard, which was right around 11:30, it was extremely humid and hot. And I'm not ashamed to say I'm not energized as I used to be. And I started cramping. I was sweating to the point to where I was pretty much starting to turn pale on my arms. I had to take several breaks on this property. I already had to do extra work on this property because it's in a HOA. So on top of all of that, I started feeling pretty bad yesterday, cramping up. My check engine light was flashing. I was trying to pay attention to it. And at the point where I was paying attention to it, and I was like, well, I'm about to stop for the day because I can't continue, I was already cramping up. I could barely lift my leg to even hop back on the mower without feeling some type of cramp into my legs. And that just comes from hydration. The more you drink out here in this heat, the more your body's going to flush it out, just trying to keep you cool. And that goes back to your health. Guys, if you have any type of heat emergency, I'm saying it again, so it behooves you to listen. Some of that stuff is not reversible. Heat stroke, heat exhaustion, that stuff can either put you in the emergency room, or it can have your family and friends bringing flowers and singing sad songs because you let it check you up out of here too early. So be careful with this heat. Please be careful with this heat. And that brings me to my final point, is adjustments to schedules. This one particular house that I was doing, it does hold water. The grass is pretty thick. It's very nice grass there, but it's pretty thick grass, and it takes, a good little bit of TLC just to make sure that property looks good at the end of the day. So, I was talking with the owner yesterday that lives there, and, it's almost to the point now with this house that I'm going to have to go out there, around 3-4 in the afternoon, maybe even 5, because they don't want the clumping on their yard, which that never really happens too much. And it's just, their preference of, wanting me to come. And that's fine and dandy. But in my mind, I have to also tell myself, hey, it's going to be hot, heated, and humid. So just be careful out. And when I go out there and do this, I'm scheduling this house to be the only house that I do that one particular day, just to make sure, I have enough energy to get through it and not doing 3 or 4 prior to me going there. So I hope that makes sense. Just be flexible and adjustable to your schedule when it comes to either if the property owners ask you that, or even if something else comes up that you have to make that adjustment. Make sure that you have it, set up to where either if you can't really see yourself doing it that one particular day, that you can do it the following day, or maybe, the very next day after that. So that's just, hopefully that makes sense to you. And this customer will now start being a weekly customer. This time last year, they were already a weekly customer. So the lawn really wasn't a headache because I was catching it every week as it was growing. So now, hopefully, with me switching them on over to weeklies this late in the season, hopefully the energy that I exert on this property, it won't be as bad as when I was going there bi-weekly, giving it 2 weeks of growth time to, be a little bit more of a handful to take on. So guys, hopefully you guys, got something out of this. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm checking out of here. I'll catch you guys on the next one. This is Simon from Grant's Lawn Care. Y'all be safe.